Guys.
No one cares.
What do penguins wear to the beach?
Billy's gay.
A bikini.
That wasn't even a good bad pun. that was just bad. It wasn't even a pun.
Listen,
I don't think penguins could wear bikinis. I mean, wouldn't it just fall right off?
Because that can be said about so many different animals. Like, what does a robin wear to the beach? A bikini. It's not like... It's like, what do cows use to go from one house to another? A moving van.
At least that one's funny.
I like that one.
But then again...
Yeah, right? Alright, let's go.
Okay. Welcome to Undergroundsea, podcast number 3. Today, I'm joined by Billy.
Hello!
Chris.
No one wanted to buy my foily cranko.
It's because no one loves you. And...
Shut up.
Hello, hello, hello.
Alrighty. So, now that intros are out of the way, I think we're going to do a little bit of talking about some new, I don't want to really call them spoilers that came out recently, but they're in the new, the new dual decks? Heroes versus Monsters.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of fun.
So, right off the bat, when you look at it, you see you get a nice new art Sun Titan, holding some dual swords, about to mess up this Hydra, and,
the Hydra.
It's a Polukranos something. World Eater.
Polukranos. He's a world eater.
Alright, so, Loco Roco, the World Eater.
Polukranos! Levity las manos.
Everyone should know what Sun Titan does by now. If you don't, it is 4 white for a 6/6 with Vigilance. And when it enters the battlefield or whenever it attacks, you get to return a permanent with a converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to play. It's pretty good, combolicious, does a bunch of stuff. But we've seen it before, no one really cares about that anymore. The new guy, though...
Hey, I care about Sun Titan. I love Sun Titan. Sun Titan's my bro.
You have fun with that.
I will. I will have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you,
luck
Sun
getting the
Titan.
6 mana.
Anaxan Samid.
Anyways, the next guy we have is actually a legendary creature. So I'm thinking about playing him as a general. I think it'd be kind of neat. He is 2 green for a 5/5 with Monstrous X. We have no idea if there's going to be other types of Monstrous, but I'm guessing since it's Monstrous X, there will be. Basically what he does with Monstrous is it's XX in green, and it deals X damage to each creature. No, he gets X +1/+1 counters, correct? Then he deals...
No, what monstrosity. So his XX green, monstrosity X. If this creature isn't monstrous, put X +1/+1 counters on it, and it becomes monstrous. So basically you go, hey, here's counters, guys, and now his ability when he becomes monstrous is when the World Eater guy becomes monstrous, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures your opponents control. Each of those creatures deals damage equal to its power to the World Eater.
Loco Roku, the World Eater.
Yeah, Loco Roku.
Polukranos!
No, I don't think that's what it's called.
Polukranos!
Sounds so
I'm not
much
going
like
to call him Loco Roku.
Levity las manos.
Why?
As I said, I think this guy's going to make a pretty fun general.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
he
going to
works-
be interesting.
Works really well with doubling season.
You work super well with doubling season. That's like
Hey, that's cool. I'm going to just wipe your board.
the fact that you're playing green. So you could be like, yeah, I'm going to play a turn 1 mana guy, turn 2 mana guy, turn 3 this guy.
This guy.
I mean, and look at that. You could go turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 this guy, turn 3 wipe your board. I have a big general that's going to come eat your face.
But remember, guys, if you listen back to our old one, Soul Ring is bad, according to Stemmerch. If you notice, he's not with us tonight.
We actually killed him. You will never see him again.
Well, I don't know if we can actually
That's a
say
lie.
that on the podcast. We did not actually kill him.
We killed him in
We
plausible
cryogenically froze him, so...
He is frozen carbonite.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Can I be
And that is
frozen
not a
carbonite?
plug for the site carbonite.com where you can back up your files.
we are not sponsored by anybody yet. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to sponsor us,
Hey, hit us up at theundergroundsea@gmail.com.
Manos.
shameless self-plug right there.
I do not feel any shame for that whatsoever.
I have no shame, so...
I self-plug every night.
You probably jack in, don't you?
What?
You heard me.
What?
Chris doesn't understand the reference.
He's
Either
jacking
that or
in
he's
right
starting to
now.
sing Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
What?
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 We do not own the rights of Macklemore's thrift shop.
And that's about all we can
And we
say.
now just got sued for $5 million. So we'll see you guys
Sweet.
later.
You know what? Just put it on mine because I'm already negative $55 in the hole. Yeah, bring it on, America.
More and more debt.
Your self-loathing kills us.
By the way, NSA, hello.
But going back to Loco Roco, the World Eater, do you guys think that it's all going to be like Monstrous X? Or do you think there's going to be set monstrous numbers?
I think it's gonna kind of be like Devourer myself.
Where it's like Devour 2, for you get 2+1+1 counters for each creature controls?
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way. It feels that way. It feels right, Sasuke. It feels right.
It does feel a lot like Devour. It does also seem a lot like Blood Rush.
Yeah. But it's like more of a permanent blood rush.
It's a permanent Blood Rush that wipes their board. At least for this
Yes.
guy, it wipes their board.
Well, at least for him,
I don't
it
know
does.
what it's
Yeah,
going to do for other guys.
I'm hoping something else cool. Because I mean, that's a really neat ability.
Yeah.
Because I mean, how many other board wipes does Green actually have, like creature board wipes wise,
There's lots of ones that do flyers. Not too many ones for actual like other creatures.
for like any creatures?
Well, you've got, let's see, to pull a Stemmerich moment, I can say you've got Navineral's Disc, you've got Oblivion Stone.
What I want to know is the way this guy is worded. If you were somehow able to remove the +1/+1 counters, would you be able to do this again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because do the +1/+1 counters make him monstrous, or is it when you activate his
No.
ability, there's something else that makes him monstrous?
I think it's just he gets like he's told he's monstrous. It's a belief.
If this creature isn't monstrous, put X1 counters, and it becomes monstrous.
On it and it becomes monstrous. Yeah, so I think it's just like, hey, you're now monstrous because I use his ability on you, so it kind of looks like a one-shot deal.
Unless you blink them.
Right.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of interested in exactly how this could be worded, because there are so many ways to remove counters from your guys to do just crazy, crazy things, that with this guy's your general, you can just literally go, make him monstrous, attack you, remove all the counters, next turn, make him monstrous, attack you, and just keep wiping the board. Kind of like a Conda deck where you just wrath the board and attack each turn,
That'd be kind of cool.
but in green,
I'd
so
definitely
you can
do that.
ramp it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
Banned for good reasons.
Yeah, I still miss them. Alright, so besides the two face of the decks, is there anything else you guys are really looking forward to, like, in the decks themselves? I mean, we have the Annex and Symede.
I like Annex and
the new
Symede.
Red, white,
Yes,
legendary
me too.
guy. He seems pretty
I
nice.
really
he's
like
definitely
Well,
that.
he's not legendary guy, he's technically legendary them.
People.
He's a legendary human soldier.
So
He has like
it's
the...
a human soldier. This is like the issue that I have. You have two names on the card. It's a legendary creature, so it's singular, but there are two names on
Yep,
the card.
it's the Taboran Lumia.
But you're one person.
So,
Yeah.
which one's legendary? Is it Annex or Symede? I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Annex.
Well, maybe he's like... She goes out and fights everyone, and he's actually just the, like, the house father. He
Mm,
stays home,
She
does
comes
the dishes.
home, beats him.
She's an empowered woman.
Did you say feeds or beats him?
Both.
Because I mean that's domestic violence.
Wearing a
Report it
wife
as soon
beater,
as you see it.
smacking her
well,
man
you
around,
see, on Theros, I don't think that really counts. So,
drinking a Pabst Blue
See,
Ribbon.
you just look at the picture. She's standing there. She's wiping off her hands. She's wiping off the blood.
Mhm.
He's trying to hide the other side
She
of
just
his
got
killed
rid
face.
of her
someone.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I just want to cast Armed and use this card. So, give it, +1/+1 in Double Strike, which would then
Yeah.
become a
my
5/4 Double Strike with Vigilance.
Yep.
Vigilance.
Boros is gonna be dumb.
Other things that are fun
Yeah,
are like
it's-
certain spells with replicate. Oh man, I'm gonna cast this on him and replicate and replicate and replicate and replicate. Oh, I target him 4 times. That seems pretty good.
Ooh.
Madcap skills.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Madcap skills.
Madcap skills, so good.
Ooh.
It's
I'm
7
so glad I
to
pulled all
vision.
mine out.
I have won more than one limited game by going turn 1, 1 drop, turn 2, madcap skills. Let's see if this gets there.
Yeah, that was a fun.
So,
Little
Such
interaction
after
there.
that, I mean, there's Cavalry
Regrowth.
Pegasus and Figure of Destiny for all you modern players out there. You have Kamal Pitfighter, which is actually pretty cool. Tapping a lightning bolt something.
Still terrible.
Regrowth.
There's
Regrowth.
a regrowth. Settle down, Bailey.
Yeah.
But that's in the monsters deck.
Yeah, I know.
Monsters. We're talking
Why
about
is it-
heroes right now, son.
Oh, well, sorry. Let's see, what's
Wow,
another one that I like in there? Pyrokinesis.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's alliances.
yeah.
I actually have these.
Magic
So old.
Jet.
It hurts.
Miraculous Recovery. Hey, you get 2 condemns in there.
Oh boy, condemns. I only
I
had
know.
like 8 of them from the last time they were printed.
Oh, you get a magma jet.
Wins some
And-
rounds,
Magma
too.
Jet looks cool.
Magma Jet's pretty
I like
awesome.
that.
It makes the modern burn deck pretty much viable because being able to go, I'm going to lightning bolt you, next turn lightning bolt you, lightning bolt you, next turn I'm going to magma jet to make sure I get another lightning bolt on top.
Yeah.
I mean, reprinting another Fires of Yavimaya. I'm kind of glad they are because this is one of those like really good just EDH cards, but I don't like the new art at all.
I agree.
For the
See, I never had the old art, so I mean, that's cool.
because for the new art, like the Beast Within is kind of neat looking with like the arms coming out of the person.
Yeah, it makes it look like there's actually a beast with it. Beast in you.
Like,
You know.
that's kind of neat. I mean, I do still kind of like the older art a little bit more, where it's like the beast coming out of like another creature.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
But the new Fires of Yavimaya is literally just a creature kind of
Um,
looking shamefully back, like, don't go in there.
I swear.
You know,
don't.
that should have been the artwork for Lost in the Woods.
Except this is like lost in the fiery pits of hell.
Yeah.
I still think Sun Titan looks like a badass in this. Like, the new art.
Get over it.
I want to play Matt.
You're not gonna get it.
Get over it.
No.
I want one.
Well, I don't think they're
Conquering
going to make one.
Manticore.
Maybe get one custom made.
Oh.
It's not conquering anything. I will tell you that right now.
Oh,
It
it's
is not.
conquering Chris's booty.
Conquering
That's all I know.
Manticore.
That's conquered
It
Chris
is
quite a few
conquering a
times.
crap rare binder. That's what it's doing. Nobody wants this card. I have foil copies of this, and still nobody wants this one.
I want it.
There you go. You found
No.
someone. Because after
You found
Chris
it.
goes, oh yeah, I'm going to use my mimeoplasm to get back a sewer nemesis and something else. It's like an 85 flying general damage machine. I'm like, that's cool. Conquering Manticore, you're dead.
Oh, what does that do?
Oh, treason.
Oh.
Crows and Tusker.
You mean the creature that's actually a spell?
Yes.
I
You
don't
just
even
like
remember
growl
a
at us?
time someone's actually casted that.
I think I did it like once, and that was completely on accident.
I know I did bring it back from the graveyard a couple of times, but never have I paid 7 mana for
I
it.
don't think I've ever paid 7 mana for it. I know I've like had to summoning trap it into play and other stuff like that. I don't think I've ever actually paid 7 mana for it.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
Scarred Rage
Why?
Pit doesn't anger me either.
at least in the monsters deck you get Kavu Predator, and that's not a bad card at all.
Zerta Druid.
Shower of Sparks.
Llanowar Reborns.
Llanowar Reborn.
And you get Refugis.
That's neat. Refugis.
I like how the monsters get the Refugis, and the heroes are just like, yeah, you just get Guild Gates. No one likes you. You don't get any.
Yeah.
You don't get any
Nubenalia.
special kind of lands.
You get a Nubenalia. That's about it.
Oh boy, Nubenalia. I guess Nubenalia is probably a little bit better than the Llanowar Reborn.
Yeah.
That Satyr Hedonist thing makes me happy.
That thing's terrible.
It makes me happy.
Terrible.
Makes happy.
You net 2 mana, which you dump into it, and it's only red mana,
Yeah, it's a really bad Orcish Lumberjack.
Yeah, it's
which is also in here.
which is also in here. It's literally, I'm going to pay a red, a green, and one of any color to get 3 red. It's actually not even color fixing. It's like color hurting.
It hurts so good.
Actually, it works really well with Sneak Attack, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that work really well with sneak attack, though. To name a few, Emrakul.
Mr. Duffy
Emrakul?
casting like a turn 2 Sneak Attack and then just dropping in.
It's like, surprise!
It's like, oh, by the way, Sneak Attack, Emrakul die.
Oh.
Oh, great, thanks.
So this is like a turn 4, and yeah, there go my lands.
Yep.
I'm not even dead, I just don't want to play anymore.
I'm just gonna scoop. I'm going home.
Well, I think that pretty much covers Heroes versus Monsters, unless you guys got anything else you want to say about it.
Don't
I don't-
buy it.
I don't mind Miraculous Recovery, even though it's 5 mana.
I think I'm going to buy it just because I want the alternate art Sunshine
Yeah.
and the
That's literally the only reason I'm gonna buy
that
it.
and Loco Roku World Eater.
Good, then trade me your Annex and Slimeed. I'll put them to good use.
Done.
I don't
guess I will,
introduce things.
sure.
I make noises.
Well, let's talk about some insta-win combos. We'll talk about the good, the bad, the ugly.
Did you just meow?
No.
Meow?
Do I look
And,
like a cat to you, boy? Do you see me drinking milk with massage? Do you see me jumping on nimbly pimbly from tree to tree? Now,
Nimbly.
meow, what's so damn funny? Okay, I'm sorry.
It had to be done. I'm getting a gusher really quick. Hold on.
What the hell is a gusher? Is that... Oh,
Is that what kids are calling it nowadays?
oh my god.
Billy, do that
Yeah,
when
I'm
you're
gonna
not
get
Don't
a gusher.
do it. Just
Wait,
don't.
I really do have to pee, so
kids say go to gushers.
my gushers are all melted together.
Oh, dude, come on. What the hell? You gonna put that fucking image in my mind?
I have to pee.
I thought this was a clean podcast. God.
Nope. I'm gonna go
Effing.
pee.
Not anymore.
Okay, so I think the next thing we should pretty much talk about is something that kind of makes me a little butthurt a bit. Poison, Sorin, and Magister Sphinx. These things kind of make me a little angry.
Salty.
A little salty. They make me put my sassy pants on and be like, what a dick. I mean, come on
Let's be
now.
honest. You love using Sorin. You just hate infect.
Okay. Yes, I do. Sorin, Magister Sphinx, when you get cheated in, not a fan of. Sorin, it's like, alright, I'm gonna build up to that. But Infect, I mean, when you could drop down a Plague Stinger turn 1, or, yeah, turn 1's Plague Stinger, right?
No.
No,
Turn
turn
one,
2.
one
Turn
Plague
2.
Stinger.
Listener else, yeah, that's what it is, that's what it is. And you can just sit there and, I'm gonna swing, I'm gonna swing. Oh, what's that, you're dead? And I'm like, it's turn 4, I'm dead. This is like, no.
But that's
Why?
if you single somebody out, though. You'd have to purposely say, I'm attacking you.
Oh, and this happens just because people know I don't like Infect that
But
much.
see, that's the thing.
All the time.
That's the thing with all
But
these
there-
cards. All these cards single one person out. With Infect, you're
Yeah.
trying to deal 10 Infect to one person. With Sorin, you're setting
Yeah.
one person to 10. With a Magic Sphinx, you're setting one person to 10. Yeah, you could blink and
Yeah.
do stuff like that, but to do it to like multiple people. But same thing with Infect. You could play like Triumph of the Hordes and attack a bunch of people with Infect, but you're probably just going to try to kill one guy.
Mhm.
What's that? Is that another thing that Deadeye Navigator combos with? Going back!
It doesn't really combo, it's completely obnoxious. And you're at 10, and you're at 10, and you're at 10. Oh, you attack me? I'm just going to keep setting my life to 10.
Aw, awkward turtle. I don't know. Infect just, it bothers me. I mean, I kind of came in, when I first started playing Magic, I came in Innistrad, so that would have meant that Scars was still around, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Scars was still around during that, and that's when Infect was big, am I right?
Kind of.
It really was never too big. I mean, it was, I want to say a tier 2 deck.
It was big when it first
Okay.
came out, and it had its real, like, it just completely took the format by storm, and then people were like, oh yeah, removal, and it's like, oh.
Well, I mean, when you're sitting there playing a White Weenies deck, because you don't know how else to play, and someone's like, hey, I'm going to swing at you with a whole bunch of Infect guys and kill you, and I'm like, but I'm still at 20 life, but you're at 10 Infect. It's kind of like, I'm going to go scoop and cry in the corner.
Yeah, it's
And you're like, I don't know how to do this.
it's pretty bad in a normal format where it's just essentially cutting your life in half. But I mean, in EDH, it's literally taking away 75% of your life.
But it's meant to speed the game up. 'Cause how many games have you been in where it just takes forever and ever and ever, especially when you're waiting for either someone to combo off or someone just sitting there with the lock and then you can't do anything.
Yup.
That's, I'm a what?
Yup.
I think he had
Don't
an
worry,
internet.
he's just making
Oh.
random noises.
Okay. So that's why I have zero issues with Sorin, Magister Sphinx, or Poison.
My issue is just the number 10, more than anything. Like, most people say that, oh, in Standard it's half your life total, so in EDH make it 20. That's still probably too much. I'd say, like, 15 would probably be good for all of them. 15 Poison,
Yeah.
15, set your life total to 15. I think that's a more reasonable number than just 10.
Yeah, because I mean, if you set it like, okay, so the card says set it to 10, half your life total, obviously. If you just do that, you're kind of just saying, well, this card is just that good, we're just going to basically nerf it, because I mean, that's the thing. It's meant to put you ahead, or to actually, essentially win you sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you say 20, it's like, oh, alright then, you just cut you in half, but you were at 30 life, so I only just made you lose 10. So, I could have just swung with my guy and done the same thing, that kind of thing.
See, with the Sorin and the Magister Sphinx, I could see it being a little bit harder to change, because it says right on the card, set it to 10. But
Right.
infect's kind of one of those arbitrary numbers where it just says infect on it. There is the rules reminder text, but, I mean, you could pretty much ignore that.
Right.
It's probably much easier to say, hey, it's a general rule, infect kills you at 15 now instead of 10.
I guess that could kind of go into the whole, like, your play group. Hey, as a whole, do we want to say infects at 15 instead of 10?
Well, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Like, the EDH, like, rules committee, their ban list is what they go by. This is just a general format that anyone can play. There's no, like, sanctioned tournaments for this, except for, like, a couple 1v1 tournaments here and there, where there's anyone, like, at your table actually super enforcing the rules. If your playgroup wants to unban Prime Titan, unban Prime Titan. If you want to have poison set to 15, you could set poison to 15. No one's there to stop you. It just goes back to the whole, like, social contract that you're supposed to have with other people in EDH.
Wait, we're supposed to have a social contract in our play group?
Yes.
Oh.
Since
really?
Billy. Screw Billy.
That's pretty much what it is. No, I honestly think that the one thing that we do have out of all of us in the social contract is definitely, like, land destruction, like mass land destruction, like Armageddon and stuff like that. Jockle hops.
Are you trying
Armageddon-
to tell me
okay.
something?
Armageddon is fine when it's very early on, when people can recover, but it's like, when you do it late game, then I have issues.
Yeah, it's really the Armageddon or the Jockle Hops for the sheer fact just destroy all lands with no real backup plan after that. That's when I don't agree with mass land destruction. But if you're playing like the Kalia deck or something like that, where you're going to be like, Kalia, then Armageddon, where you have a plan afterwards to actually kill people, sure, go for it. I just don't want to have all my lands destroyed and have the game take like another hour because of it.
Or build an entire deck that's just based on land destruction, because you hate someone in particular, and you target them.
Cough, cough, Stemmerich, cough, cough.
Wait, never said that?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Stemmerich gets really salty, especially if you beat him in a fun way. What most people would consider a fun way. He gets really butthurt, and then he goes, fine, I'm gonna play land destruction, and shut everybody up.
All the butthurt.
Which then causes people to kill him faster than the previous game.
Right, and then he gets more butthurt.
And then he gets more butthurt. So,
For example, Southie over there. Yes, no, wasn't it Hellkite?
When he was
What was it?
when he was talking to that what's his name, that Chris that ran that
Chris,
whole
yeah. Arkham Dags.
Oh yeah,
Art-
we're Chris but Hellkite Tyrant in his draw hate deck, just because his one other friend played Arkham Daxon.
I looked at Stemmerich and I go, honestly, so you're going to say one card versus 99 cards.
And there are so many better choices against artifacts than Hellkite Tyrant.
yes.
Or shards.
Shattering Spree, Shattering Pulse, have
Shatterstorm. Shatterstorm.
Yeah.
Rack and Ruin.
So many.
Bramble, or what's the green one that destroys all artifacts?
Creeping Corrosion.
Creeping Corrosion, yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
Creeping
bunch of
Corrosion. Bob Williams does not like Creeping Corrosion.
No, he does not.
Michael
No, he does
Lattice,
not.
Creeping Corrosion. Dick!
You're a dick. Who plays that? Same guy who likes to blow up lands with artifacts.
With Karn. Chris never had the experience of playing with Bob, did he yet?
Oh, he's lucky then.
Oh yeah.
Very
Consider
lucky.
yourself lucky.
Those were never the fun games. Like, as I said, there is supposed to be a social contract between people, where if you do something and you know it's stupid, broken, degenerate, then people kill you because of that. You don't act butthurt about it.
Yeah, you don't get, upset. Okay, if I sit there and, last night, I played my Sylvan Primordial, I Rider Replicationed it, I bounced it a bunch of times, I was expecting to die on the next game, and I think I did, pretty wholeheartedly, and I took it in stride. I'm like, alright, I deserve that.
But when you play with Bob, he is one of those players who he will try to combo off, act like he's not doing anything, pretty clearly up to something. But then when you actually start to interact with what he's doing on the board by destroying stuff or attacking him or anything like that, he acts
He gets
like
so mad.
he acts like very, very defensive. Why are you attacking me when there's that guy over there doing this and this and this? Don't look at me. I'm not doing anything over here. I just have artifacts.
6 copies of Soul Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Soul Ring's bad. Don't worry about that.
Oh yes, that was the other topic. Turn 1 Soul Ring. Broken, or just deal with it.
Pretty broken in my book.
It's pretty dumb. Oh, God. Bob was definitely, he was an interesting. Then when I found out that he just copied decks off people like Jerry's, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, but you gotta look at it this way. At some point or another, someone copies a deck from somebody.
Oh yeah, but like
Mike and I talked about this on Friday.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's to the point now where if you don't build a deck just because someone else has built it in the past, you're never going to build another EDH deck ever. Because I built so many decks, Boyson's built so many decks, Dan has had so many decks, that it's to the point where no one will ever be able to play a deck. And there are certain cards for certain decks that just work so well in it that most of those decks are probably going to have them in it. So there's always going to be some kind of copying somewhere.
Yeah. I had 12 decks at one point. 12. That's
I
too
have
many.
5.
Just by a couple.
5, just a little bit.
So
I don't know.
I am perfectly alright with multiple people having the same general. They could play
Now,
the same general. I really don't care. There was
I
never
think
a rule
that.
against playing the same general. It's just you couldn't have them both on the field at the same time.
Right.
I think it was one of our social contracts that we just tried to stay away if someone had a particular general.
Yeah, it was like
Try to let them have their thing.
I mean, I did have one game where it was 3 Prime Speaker Zaganas, and it's just like, well, it's whoever draws Lab Maniac first wins.
yeah. Because I remember when we used to play over at Josh's, it was pretty much in the social contract that no one there would build Jor of the Gitu, because Josh hated that card with a passion.
But
He didn't hate
had
that.
an
No,
infect
he
deck.
didn't hate the card. He hated the player that piloted the deck. Let's get this correct.
Who was that? I'm curious.
He
now,
hated
'cause
the
I
person
wasn't
that
around
would
then.
suspend, obliterate,
John
then
Kaprowski.
Blight Steel Colossus.
He did not care for the gentleman. His name was John Kaprowski. You guys probably ran into him a couple of times at the shop.
So now we're gonna bleep that out.
Yeah, we're gonna leave a couple names out. So
His name was Beep!
I'm actually.
His
gonna use
name
that
was
as a sound
Mr.
bite.
K.
His name was Value, mother...
Fuck.
that worked too
That's
well.
perfect. That worked perfectly, yeah.
Oh god, we went pretty far off the topic at hand.
Oh
I mean,
god. So
Don't
far
need
off
to
topic.
stay on the stuff.
Topics are for losers.
I like
You're for
topics.
losers.
Alright, so quick vote. Should Sorin, Magister Sphinx, and Poison be changed for EDH? Yes or no?
No.
I don't know. It's
Oh.
tough.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm
No.
saying no.
I'm kind of in the middle for it.
I'm saying-
I'm more or less up for the infect one, as opposed to the Sorin and stuff like that, because it is kind of difficult for it to change what the card says,
At
Then why don't
least,
you just have an unwritten rule to ban infect altogether?
because that's infect, and it's like you said, it speeds up the game.
It's one card, though. We all know the one card that everyone plays that causes all the issues. Skitherix.
Kidrix!
Or
I'm not even-
Skittles the Blight Dragon.
in our playgroup, it's
Skitterix.
well, at least with Billy and Chris over there, it's pretty much always Glistener Elf.
No, Mr. Chris over there.
No,
oh,
no,
play.
Plague Singer.
Oh,
Plague
like
Singer,
Glistener Elf, Plague Singer,
Unblockable.
Blighted Agent.
Yeah, Blighted Agent. Oh my god.
See, it's to the point now where literally any color can have infect in it because of Inkmoth Nexus, and there is also blue, green, red, white, and black infectors.
And color.
Priest of Norn.
Priest of Norn.
Norn.
Hmm.
Shake my fist in anger.
With Magister Sphinx, you have to already be playing Esper to play it. So I can understand this one a little bit more. It's a little bit harder to play. It's not terribly hard, but it is a little bit harder. Sorin, all you have to do is be playing black.
Any type of black.
And in EDH, where you literally have access to every dual land ever, triple black is not hard to do.
No.
Triple black.
Even when you're not playing with multiple, all the dual lands, it's even easier. Like
Dark Ritual is legal.
Yep.
Dark Ritual is legal. I mean, okay, I'm gonna play my Urborg. Like, whatever. I have all white manas on board. I'm gonna play my Urborg. I got all swamps.
Oh man, could you imagine living in the dream world of a turn 2 Sorin? Turn 1 Swamp Soul Ring, turn 2 Swamp Ritual Sorin?
Yep.
Oh, but
You're at
Soul Ring's
10.
bad. Soul Ring's bad.
Soul Ring's terrible. I don't know why anyone would
Soul
want to
Ring's
play this
terrible.
card.
Who wants to play Soul?
Blackamanjaro.
Remember when we tried to get that banned, or you couldn't play it on turn 1?
Yeah.
Even if you had it in your opening hand?
I try to not anyways.
Unless
I
your name
do
is
if you
Dan
want to.
Walker.
Unless your name is Dan Walker, then you always have the turn 1 Soul Ring or top.
Yeah. It's almost
You
like
just
if it doesn't happen, then you just get very angry at Dan for like, Dan, why? What happened?
Dan, why are you playing Magic anymore?
What are you doing, Dan?
Dan,
Stop.
Why
Dan,
did you
Dan,
start playing
no,
Vanguard
no.
on us? Why? Why, Dan? Why?
Why? Because he
Money.
fell into the same trap that we all are now. Standard is boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard
there's
is not
EDH.
fun. That's why almost all of us go to F&M to strictly play EDH
Round
and
one
not
drop
standard.
EDH.
Yes.
Like, I mean, when's the last time we actually... are you guys going to go to the tournament, like, for a standard tournament, once Theros rolls out?
Maybe.
I want to go to at least one. That's pretty much me. You know what I mean?
It depends on what exactly comes in Theros.
Yeah.
I still don't mind standard. All you guys do, but I like standard.
Get off
It
this
just gets
podcast
so repetitive.
right
It's so repetitive to me. It's, okay, hey, I have 4 of these cards. It's pretty much like, okay, hey, I have all these good cards. You don't. I win. Or...
That's how every game of Magic is, though.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Chris, no, your EDH deck. We built your EDH Prime Speaker Zagan deck, the first EDH you ever had,
Yes.
on whatever you had. And you won a couple times.
Yeah, 2 times out of 100.
That's still 2 times.
too.
On
2%.
cards that we just threw around.
That's how a
around.
standard deck could do the exact same thing. Somebody could have all the best cards and draw nothing.
Yes, that would be Connor.
Yeah.
Yes. Poor kid.
Not great.
Still
luck.
remember him rolling up with Mythic Dot deck. 4 Bonfires, 4 Sphinx of Revelation.
No, it was
It's
just Jund decks. It was 4 Olivia, 4 Huntmaster, 4 Thragtusk,
Oh, yeah.
4 Rakdos Return. Oh my god. So much money.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Guess what? That's another issue too. Is just the increasing price of standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the one reason why I had so much stuff that's now just going to be rotating out that I'm like, ugh, I really don't want to have to put any more money in this.
Yep. And most of like what I look at now, it's just I can't use this for EDH, so
It's
and I'm
so
not
good.
going to be playing Modern, even though I have everything in Modern right now. Still don't play Modern.
Well, it's because like Modern hasn't really took off in our shop yet. Because there's lots of people that want to play Modern, but it's a very select few. Outside of the random kids that show up, there's not really going to be anybody new that wants to play Modern in the shop. They all just want to play Standard.
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
Yeah. I mean, I
So,
don't...
Chris, what in Standard makes you so excited to play? What
Doesn't make
card
me
or
excited.
what?
It's just, I like standard. It's what I started on, and it's what I played since I started.
That's
How long
all
have
I
you
know
been-
how to play.
So you could
How
play
long have you
another
been playing?
60 card deck.
What?
Chris, how long have you been playing Magic altogether?
Well, I started in Shards of Alara, played for like 2 months, then quit and started Return to Ravnica again.
So not very long at all.
So about a
I'm not
year.
the newest one. I started in Innistrad, and after, I think I started playing EDH towards the end of Innistrad block, which is what, Epicenter Restored?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like right around there is when I switched over to EDH and only caring about EDH, and I'm like, alright, that's cool. This is fun. I like this more, because I think it's more challenging myself.
So Chris,
Also, it gives you access to everything that you own
yeah.
that you can play.
Yeah, well, I understand that for people that have been playing for a long time, but for me, I have to drop insane amounts of money to get half-decent cards.
Yeah, that's the one major downside to EDH. Our playgroup is very competitive. So it's not super competitive where you literally have to have the most optimized deck ever for everything, but we do play a lot of very, very powerful cards, a lot of very, very powerful generals and combos. So if you do want to have a competitive deck in our playgroup, you are going to have to get a at least decent deck. So I can understand how that could be a little bit hard for people. Like when I go to the shop, I have to play very restrictively when I'm playing with some of the newer kids because their deck's literally just the commons and uncommons they had left over.
Yeah. I bought some M14. Sweet, I'll throw this in EDH. Like, no.
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 I bought some M14, I have a Scavenging Ooze and a Mutavault for EDH, and the rest of this doesn't matter.
Oh, Money
Throws
Vault.
it to my girlfriend.
Yep, Billy's girlfriend. I like this card. It has nice artwork. Give me the card now.
Give me the dragon. It's a worm. I don't care.
I want the shiny dinosaur.
Give me the card now. Okay.
But Chris, is it just standard that you like? Or would you be opposed to playing like another 60 card format? Because there is a modern.
I wouldn't be opposed to playing Modern, but that's another money pit, isn't it?
It can.
It's a huge money pit. Actually, no. You can actually buy Living End for, I think, $50.
Yeah. Literally the most expensive thing is fetch lands. And you can easily play like a monocolor deck where you just don't really need them.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Elves is really cheap, too.
Elves is super cheap.
The only things that are expensive, I think, maybe is Intruder Alarm.
My burn deck
Oh,
is
Intruder
super cheap.
Alarm.
Well, it's because it's burn.
So, I mean, like, the most expensive cards are the fetch lands. Outside of those, it's like $12 Deathrite Shamans. And there's only 2 of them. Everything else is, like, less than $10.
I run the more expensive version of Playset of Bob's.
Yay, Bob.
Yay, card advantage.
But anyways, back to Sorin.
Sorin.
We're still here?
Yes, we are.
So speaking of Riku,
I think I have more of an issue with Sorin than any of the other ones. Like, infect, I do believe that 10 is too small. I think 15 is a good number. Master Sphinx is harder to play, so it's okay. Sorin is very, very easy to play. It's not color intensive. You can play literally any deck playing black, and it's not hard to deal with. Even like a 3-color deck, because you have literally access to every dual land ever made ever. And
Ever.
it's not a problem when it's like, oh, that guy's at like 800 life, I'm going to set him to 10. But most of the time, it's just, I'm going to play this card and dick one person over.
Oh, what's that? You're the, Johnny Combo player? Yeah, I'm gonna put you to 10 so that these other 2 guys can politically see I'm the good guy, even though I'm gonna combo out in 2 turns and kill you instead.
See, going for the combo player is fine. It's like when I'm playing just, let's say, Ashling, and I'm literally just trying to burn everybody out, and then Stemrich goes, I'm gonna set your life total to 10. I'm like, why?
Yeah, if you don't, roll a dice, or if you just point at someone and go, you're at 10,
Yeah.
I have issues with that. But if you roll a dice, I can't get mad at that, so...
I always, if I draw Sorin early and I'm able to drop him early, unless someone's doing something stupid, I'll roll a dice. Or if it's late game. Because late game, I have no problem with someone going, hey, you're about to combo off. I'm going to set you to 10. Okay, cool. I was about to combo off. I'm doing stupid stuff. Not on we'll even say in the imperfect world, turn 6 Sorin. Turn 6 Sorin. Oh, you know what? You're at 10 now. I have 4 lands. Seriously, I was doing nothing. I have my Edric down. That's it.
So, I think we pretty much talked this one to death. So, final verdict. I think that poison should be set to 15.
Agreed.
Magic Sphinx will have it stay at 10. Sorin, I just find it's too easy to play. And at least in our play group, it's not really used to actually just set someone
It's not used
to 10.
effectively.
It's really just used to dick one person over. Because mostly it's just Stemrich is using it.
Or someone just is like, hey, I hate you.
So I think that since Sorin is a little bit easier to play, we should just say probably 15 as well.
Yeah.
No, because we're also forgetting the key thing that it can be countered, but most people in our playgroup don't run counters. So
Cool.
It can be countered, but that's one of those things that almost anything can be countered. A counter can be countered. That can be countered, but I can counter your counter, but I can counter your counter countering the counter.
but Locked In Smiter can't be.
Venser.
Countered. Well, Venser's not a counterspell. Does it say counterspell? I don't think it says counterspell. Does it put it back in your hand? Yeah, so it's not a counterspell. So does that mean that Remand's not a counterspell? Remand says counter. What?
well, Remand is a counterspell. Venser is not a counterspell.
I don't know.
Venser is a creature that bounces a spell back to your hand.
But if he used effectively as a counterspell, correct?
Barely.
Let's not talk about this right now.
Okay.
This is a very rage-inducing, very matter-of-opinion topic.
Next week,
Next week, we will get into...
Venser, is it a counterspell? Is it just a creature? Who gives a shit? Next week.
Let's not find out.
Barely.
Ever. We'll agree to disagree. Shake hands. Let's go. Moving on, because we can't do that with Stemrich.
I can't shake hands through Skype. Are you
You're
kidding?
not trying
We can
hard
lick
enough,
microphones.
I can't
you're
lick my microphone. Are you kidding?
You must be a 20th century student. God.
man. Learn to get the new Windows 8 technologies.
Yeah.
God.
Windows.
Useless now.
Oh god, I just shoved my hand through my monitor.
And now I don't have internets.
Oh god, I'm bleeding.
Just remember, don't bleed on your mic. That'll wreck the audio horribly.
Oh god.
And we lost him.
I can't.
Oh,
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
I can't feel my eye sockets.
I remember back to
How
my
does that have
days
to do
of
anything
WoW.
with your hand?
I don't know.
They're random. Typical online gaming with Billy will result in Billy falling asleep after a half hour.
Alright, Billy, let's play some Duels of the Planeswalkers to a Giant. Yeah, that seems great. Okay, Billy, hit continue. Hey, Billy, hit continue. Billy, why aren't you continuing? I want to go to attacks. Billy, continue. Continue. Billy? Billy, are you dead?
What?
Oh, sorry, I was asleep. God damn it, Billy.
Oh god, I missed my land drop.
I still like the Billy plays in Duels of Planeswalkers, where it's like, I really want to cast this overrun. I'm gonna attack first and do it after combat.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back,
Okay.
Billy. You didn't
Hello.
miss
How are your gushers?
And they were delicious.
Ew.
What are we talking about?
Insta-win combos.
Insta-win combos.
Oh yes, the good, the bad, the ugly, and why we need to explain them to new players.
Chris, I will
Yeah,
end
especially new players.
So, I am a fan of insta-win combos. Why? Because you can just say, I win, game over, let's play a new game.
Let's play another one. And then you got the one guy that sits there and goes, I think I could stop it. Crows and grip. You didn't stop anything.
Or the favorite, no, I want to see it out. I want to see it out. I want to see it actually combo. 10 minutes later, yeah, it's still not done yet. I want to see it out.
Are we just doing quotes of Semrich?
Yes, tonight is
Yes, we are.
Night. Because with insta-win combos, you either have one of, I'd say, 5 people. You have the I win, I'm quitting guy, the I win, let's play a new game guy, then you have the let's watch it out guy, the
Well, how does that work, guy?
how does that work guy that doesn't understand it, you have to sit there and explain it for 6 hours, or you have the I hate combos, I hate EDH, I'm never playing this again guy. Cough, cough, Bob, cough, cough.
I remember Mr. Kaiser doing that to several people. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of instant combos. I'm one of those players that if I have the combo, I'll either show it and ask if anyone wants to just start a new game, or I'll just be like, I have the combo, I'm dead.
I win.
Or no, I'll just
Peace,
be like,
guys.
that's it. You guys keep playing, I'm gonna do something else.
I'm gonna go masturbate.
Because there are certain decks where that's really all they try to do is get that one insta-win combo that wins the game. And I can understand those decks. I also believe that most decks should have at least one just insta-win combo. Because there's always going to be that one guy that does something super stupid, and it's getting to the point where you just can't kill him anymore. So
Right,
you just
like
need
Infinite
that
Life,
one way
like that.
just to end the game. There's also games that just take way, way too long, and you also just need a button to go, and we're done now.
And we end it here.
It's one of those things that I think every deck should just have one. Should you always try to just go for that combo and do nothing else with your deck? If you're a combo deck, sure, go for it. That's your game plan. Like Niv Mizzet, that's how you're gonna win. If you're playing
Dodge.
another deck that might not be the fact, don't build your deck just to try to do that one insta-win combo.
Yeah. I mean, Gav, it's Safi was like that when I first had Safi. And I'm like, alright, all I'm gonna do is combo. That's all I can do. And if someone shuts down my combo, I'm like, well, Safi's kinda done. Now with Gav, like when I had it black, thanks to Salsky's advice there, I could now do other things to it. I could, make infinite buddies, or, I have other ways to win. I could win with aggro, I could win with my Safi combos and stuff like that. It's not just Safi, Sun Titan, whatever else, Blasting Station, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because Gav, it's not just a combo general. It does, damn near accidentally combo with
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
But it's not just a specific combo general. Most of the combos that you do with Gav aren't really infinite now I win combos. There are definitely ways to have them in there, like Blood Artist plus a Sacco and some other stuff. Yeah, you win. But a lot of the time it's like, oh, I'm gonna have Cathar's Crusade, and it just does a lot of really, really stupid stuff, but it's nothing that's I insta-win right now.
Yeah. I didn't think when I first put Gav together, I was like, I might like this, and, this could be fun, and now I'm like, why didn't I do this from the start? I mean, I love playing black, so.
What's
Billy
your
just
favorite
likes everything
insta-win
black.
combo?
Niv Mizzet.
With what deck? That's the thing.
No, your favorite of all the possible combos that you have seen or have played out.
Probably the one that I did last night with Stemrich. I let him think that he was going to win, even though I knew I had the combo on board. I had Gav, Cathar's Crusade, Ashnod's Altar, Ashnod's Altar and something else. And he's like, oh yeah, I have all these buddies, I'm going to make all these buddies, I'm going to swing at Chris for the win, or to kill him, because I'm like, I can just make infinite buddies. And I'm sitting on a Blood Artist on field, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm like, you know what? you're swinging at me too? Nah, you know what? I'm just going to win. How do you win? I'm like, well, this is exactly how I do it. He goes, no, that doesn't work like that. Yes, it works like that.
In case people don't know, you want to explain it to him, Billy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that. So Gov, one of his abilities basically says, remove a play. He enters the battlefield with 5+1/+1 counters. You can remove a counter to put a 1/1 from any permanent.
Or any creature.
Put a 1/1 green sap for 1 mana, of course, colorless. Put a 1/1 green sapperling creature into play. Okay, that's cool. Then you could sack a creature for 1 colorless mana to put a +1/+1 counter on any permanent again. And then Blood Artist, obviously, when a creature dies, you may have an opponent or target opponent lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, simple enough. Cathar's Crusade. When a creature enters the battlefield, all your other creatures get a +1/+1 counter.
No, it's all creatures, not all.
All creatures, sorry. Sorry, yeah, because that wouldn't make sense. But all creatures get a +1/+1 counter. So then you say, okay, Astronaut's Altar, sack a creature, add 2 colorless mana. So then you just keep making buddies to sack the buddy. Every time they come in, Cathar's Crusade triggers, adding that counter that you just removed from Gob, and you just keep doing that over and over and over again until someone dies. I mean, that pretty much works on almost any mana sack outlet.
Yep.
That was definitely one of the most fun ones that I've ever done.
I think I have 2 favorites. One that I have been able to pull off many, many, many times, and one that I've never been able to pull off because I've never actually built a general that can use it. My first favorite one has got to be Niv Mizzet with Curiosity, Ophidian Eye, Mind Over Matter, any of those, because Niv Mizzet's still my favorite general of all time. He's my boy, I love him. He's the second EDH deck I ever built, and he's still one of my favorites. So he's still probably my favorite infinite combo, where with Curiosity or Ophidian Eye, it's whenever you draw a card with him, you deal a damage. And whenever you deal a damage, you draw a card off the Ophidian Eye or the Curiosity. So you can tap him, you could draw a card, you could do lots of things to actually draw a card. So you draw a card, deal a damage, you deal a damage, you draw a card, so on and so forth. With Mind Over Matter, you tap him to draw a card to deal a damage, but you then discard that card to untap him, and you win that way. My second favorite combo, I think, would have to be the Necrotic Ooze, Naxaw Click, and Bloom Tender combo. Where if you have Necrotic Ooze in play, and you have Bloom Tender and Naxaw Click in your graveyard. What Bloom Tender does is he taps to add a mana of a color for each permanent of that color you control. So you need to have, at least a blue, a green, and something else. You need at least a blue permanent in play. And then the Naxaw Click is 2 and a blue, and you untap it to exile the top card of target opponent's library. So what you do with Necrotic Ooze, since it has the active abilities of all creatures in graveyards, you tap the Necrotic Ooze to add blue, black, green if you have 3 permanents. Then you could untap it with Naxaw Click's ability to exile the top card of an opponent's library. Tap it again, rinse, repeat.
That's interesting. I honestly didn't know that one. That's cool. Honestly. How about you, Boyson? What's yours?
Wow. I've actually... I can't really narrow it down to I have a favorite. I can tell you that one of my favorite ones, had to be with Mitotic Slime, Bloodthrone Vampire, and Crash, where I was able to get Crash up to like a 41-41 by playing Mitotic Slime, sacking Mitotic Slime to the Bloodthrone Vampire, so Crash got 4 counters. Then Mitotic Slime came into play with 2 tokens, 2/2 tokens, kept sacking everything to Bloodthrone Vampire, and then sacked the Bloodthrone Vampire to itself to give Crush a 40, pretty much it was a 41. And then I swung at Dan for 41, and then I flung it at Selsky.
Yep. I still like the one time when I was playing Throwmock the Insatiable, and I go, I'm gonna play my Throwmock, sack all these mad dorks, he's 100. And Semrich goes, I'm gonna kill it, and I go, for your insolence, fling it at your face and kill you. I love fling.
How about you, Chris? What's yours?
I didn't mind that Kiki Jiki Deceiver Exarch thing you guys showed me yesterday.
Oh, the game yesterday where we just built Chris Riku. And I did put Tooth and Nail, Deceiver Exarch, and Kiki Jiki in there. There's also Pestermind. And I literally showed him the combo beforehand, because he didn't know what Deceiver Exarch did. Then as we're playing the game, he cast Tooth and Nail, entwined it, and didn't know what to get.
No, that's a lie. He pulled out Polukranos, which was close. Then he pulled out Kiki Jiki, and you're like, almost there. Put the Polukranos back, unless you're going to get it the other way. And then he's just like, you know what, I quit. He's like, it's too much pressure.
It's okay. It happens.
Sometimes
just
a
a little
little
ner-
under pressure.
It's just a little nervous. That's all.
And
It's
then
just, it happens.
the other one was, even though it's not an instant win, the Phyrexian Devourer, Triskelion Necrotic Ooze combo is fun.
Explain it how people...
Explain to people how it works.
There we go.
Okay,
having
I got
a
you.
super brain fart.
So, you get Necrotic Ooze out on the field. Like he said, it has the activated abilities of all creatures in all graveyards. You get Phyrexian Devourer and Triskelion in your graveyard. Triskelion is it comes in with 3 1/1 counters, and you remove a 1/1 counter to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. And Phyrexian Devourer is reveal or exile the top card of your library equal to its converted mana cost, put that many 1/1 counters on it, and then if it has 7 or more power, I think it's sacrifice it.
Yep.
Yes.
So you just keep exiling the top card of your deck over and over again until you're out of a deck and remove a bunch of counters, win.
Hopefully.
Sometimes.
Hopefully.
If you haven't dredged 75% of your deck away, maybe.
This
Maybe.
probably is like the one combo that you do have to play it out, because you very possibly might not be able to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could leave it at like one person and you're like, well, that sucks. I'm going to draw. Aww.
hmm I did actually pull off the Leyline Helm of Obedience combo on somebody.
So have I. Rest in peace, Helm of Obedience.
Yeah.
That's definitely great in Arbiter. So, do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
Oh, you can.
Okay. So, what... Well, no, actually, I'm going to have you do it, because you can explain what Helm of Obedience does a little bit better than I can. I know what it does. I don't know the exact wording, though.
Helm of
Right,
Obedience. Use computers. That's nonsense, my
That's
friend.
nonsense. That is blasphemy.
Helm of Obedience, you can pay X and tap it. Your opponent reveals X cards off the top of their library. If they reveal a creature card, you can put that into play and then sacrifice Helm of Obedience. And then repeat the process if they don't, I believe.
Yeah, if it doesn't... Like, once it hits Grave, which with Leyline or Rest in Peace, the cards never hit Grave.
It exiles instead.
It exiles instead. Yep.
So you can just go Helm for 1 and then win.
The only thing that sucks is the fact that Helm of Obedience then remains untapped, so it's pretty much an insta-kill on one person. Because it never untaps, unless you have, like, Unwinding Clock or, you know, some other way to untap,
Voltaic.
untap artifacts. Me, I like Unwinding Clock myself.
Let's see.
What other fun infinite combos are there?
Matt
We always
Kaiser
go-
pulled the Emrakul Lock in Azusa.
That's awesome.
Before the banning.
Yep.
Well, how does that work?
He would have enough mana where he could sack Emrakul,
Mhm.
and then fetch for it with Eye of Ugin, then recast it
You
to take an extra turn.
Yeah, you basically just have a shit ton of mana, something like Greater Good, or any other sack outlet, and then just Eye of Ugin,
Wow.
and you have tons of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love fun.
We could always go with, probably Stemrich's favorite would probably be the, where he untaps the elves and makes infinite mana and then kind of sits there and realizes that he can't do anything, and then he's like, oh wait, I got this guy.
Now, Stemrich's favorite combo, and I'm sure your favorite combo, because you love this combo for some unknown
Bloodchief
reason.
Mindcrank.
For way too much, yeah. Bloodchief Ascension Mindcrank. You love that so much.
I do. I
You
do
put it
have a
in
little...
every single deck that you can.
Yeah, when possible. I mean, I do make the, cut it out every so often, but, when I don't have a way to protect it, it's cool. Like, I'm starting to learn, finally, the difference between being able to protect a combo and not be able to use it, versus, hey, this needs to happen fast. And that's one of those combos that does not happen fast.
No.
No.
Unless you can get it out and protect it.
Yeah, because the
Which
Bloodchief
most of the
Ascension
time I
you can
can't.
see coming from a mile away.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think the other one on that same note is the Sanguine Blood and...
Was it Bond?
Bond.
Exquisite
Yeah.
Bond.
Sanguine Bond, Exquisite Blood. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Those two. Either that or the Viscopa Guildmage.
Right.
I'm a fan of the Viscopa Guildmage better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when you can look, hey, quick! Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
there's the same amount of mana for it, so...
basically the way they work is you have one of them that says whenever you gain life, your target opponent loses that much life. And you have the other one that says whenever a opponent loses life, you gain that much life. And it just cycles infinitely to kill people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And that's just all black. Well, or black and white, one or the other.
What's the
other
problem with that?
Interesting combos are there?
I saw one. Oh, what was I looking at? And I'm like, wow, that's really neat. And I can't remember.
Oh, speaking of Riku, you always have the Riku Palancron combo,
Riku!
where with Riku out, and you have, I think it's 9 mana, you play a Palancron, copy the Palancron, untap 7 lands with the first trigger, use 4 of it, tap them, return the actual Palancron to your hand, and tap the other 3 mana. And then when the other Palancron comes down, you untap your 7 lands, and you have 3 mana floating. So essentially you have 10 mana after that.
Oh, wow.
Use 7 of that mana to replay the Palancron from your hand, 2 of the floating mana to copy it, and you just keep repeating that process over and over and over again. So you net 1 mana each time, and you make infinite Palancron tokens.
Yeah. Oh, the other one. The Zealous Conscripts, Guild of Lotus, Den of Navigator.
That one's just fun.
That's just hilarious. Because people are like, wait, how do you win? This is how. It's basically...
How do you win, Billy?
Well, with Deadeye Navigator, everybody knows from our last podcast how much we have a love-hate relationship with Deadeye Navigator. Soulbond, things get, one of the blue, bounce the creature. Okay, that's cool. Zealous Conscripts has haste, whenever it comes into play, take control of target permanent, and untap it, and it gains haste. So, alright, cool. So then what you do is you then keep taking in Guild Lotus, obviously, add 3 mana of any color. Of any one color, I should say. So then you just go, okay, I'm going to keep taking a or my Guild Lotus, keep untapping it, keep bouncing it. You net 1 mana the entire time. So they make infinite mana, plus you get infinite, no, you just get infinite mana, you don't get infinite buddies.
Yes, you get infinite mana, which lets you then
Do whatever you want.
conscripts infinite times to steal everyone's permanents at the beginning of each of their upkeeps.
That's what it is. I'm like, wait a second, where am I going with this? Whenever you want. So, hey, that's a nice, whatever you have, it's mine now. And by the way, this does taste like soap.
Okay.
What?
You guys want a flashback combo? Good old
Flashback.
I would like that.
Chris is
Goblin Bombardment plus
What's-
Enduring Renewal. Oh, Goblin Bombardment is 1 and a red. It's an enchantment. Sacrifice a creature. Goblin Bombardment deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
Ooh.
Enduring Renewal. It is 2 white and 2 colorless. You play with your hand revealed. If you would draw a card, reveal the top card of your library instead. If it's a creature card, put it into your graveyard, otherwise draw a card. Whenever a creature is put into your graveyard from play, return it to your hand. And Ornithopter. So you pretty much cast Ornithopter for free, sack it with Goblin Bombardment, and then Enduring Renewal triggers, returning it back to your hand, and repeat the process.
Can you do that with Memnite too, then?
Yep.
Yes, you can do that with Memnite. Or
So
any
any
zero
zero
costing
costing...
creature.
Oh, wow.
So you can even play green and use a Lurin to do it with any number of stupid creatures.
3 or less.
So this goes back to original Mirrodin.
That's awesome.
And
Actually, earlier than that, because you had Shifting Wall and a couple other
Lurin is also one of those cards that just damn near combos with anything.
Yeah.
Mana War.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lurin, Mana
Cavern
War.
Herpes.
God.
I still like you play Lurin, Cloudstone Curio, Rashad Cut Purse, and then like any other 3-drop. And what you do is you play Rashad Cut Purse for free. When it comes into play, each opponent has to sacrifice a permanent unless they pay 1. Then you play any other creature, and because of Cloudstone Curio, you return Rashad Cut Purse to your hand. Replay Rashad Cut Purse, bounce the other guy, and you just keep doing that back and forth until they have no mana to pay. They eventually just sack all their permanents.
Reaper King, it's a little bit faster.
Yep.
Reaper King and Lurin equals good game. Because you just play 2 Scarecrows with 2 convert mana cost 3 or less, and then blow up target permanents.
Blowing up all of the permanents. Chris is like writing these down. He's like, I gotta get this, gotta get this, gotta get this.
Enduring Renewal from Ice Age.
No, I'm looking at prices right now.
He's past writing them down. He's
already
buying
buying
them
them.
and finding decks to use them in. I like how this went to like, should you play instant win combos, yes or no, to here's a primer on a bunch of good ones.
I mean, once again, this goes back to the whole social contract thing. It's like, okay, do you have a really competitive meta? In our case, yeah, we do. And I mean, there are certain people with certain decks that have a tendency to slow everything down to almost nothing. And then when that happens, or people who do really, really stupid things like get infinite life. Mark. Sorry, I sneezed a little.
You should get that checked out.
I should. I really should.
Yeah, why do you say Mark when you sneeze?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Shout out to Mark, because he listens to us. He may be our only fan.
No, he doesn't listen to us because he's complaining that we're not on iTunes.
So he won't listen.
So he won't listen.
What the hell?
Because he doesn't check out the YouTube video either.
Oh,
I don't know. Oh.
Oh.
I'm hating it.
Not loving it. Not loving it.
Oh wait, that was too long. No, I think it was okay.
But even so, like, I mean, I can really say that I'm, the same way. I have Malira and Kitchen Finks in one of my decks. It's, or my Arbiter deck where I lock myself out of the game and get killed by lands.
Oh, Billy, no one can cast any spells? That's cute. I have this Valakut and lots of mountains.
No, it was, you beat me down with a Celestial Colonnade, I believe.
No, that was Stemmer who beat you down with the Celestial
Oh,
Colonnade.
yeah.
I killed you with a Valakut, a Raging Ravine, and a Dread Statuary.
That's right. Yep.
Dread
That was-
Statuary.
Dread Statuary with Wolf Run, get there.
It was a good time. I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, but the whole thing, like, I'm still thinking about, tearing Arbiter apart because he gets boring after time. It's like, alright, cool, you were fun for a while. It's like, but you're still fun at times. You still do the thing I want you to do. So I'm kind of going to keep you together, but I kind of want to.
You have to win with filibuster counters.
Yep.
Right? I might
That's
have
it.
to now.
That's the only way I can see you doing
keeping
that.
From doing nothing, you have to find fun ways to win.
Yeah.
Or
Door
have, like,
Destinies.
the Guafa Hazid lockdown.
I love Guafa. I got you $1.
It's like,
Ooh, I love $1.
Don't
you know,
attack me.
the money bag from Monopoly, my buddy stole like a 50 of those pieces from everybody he knew, and anytime he would use his ability, he'd drop a Monopoly piece, and I'm like, wow,
Oh my
that's...
god, that's genius.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
See,
I need to do this now.
then there's the other flip side to the infinite combo. Like, if you do have the one in your deck, which you do kind of find sometimes is to end the game, because sometimes games just do need to end. There's also those people that try to cram every combo ever into a deck. And if you do that, you have lots of ways to win, but your deck is very, very, let's say bad.
It's not linear though. Like one
It's
way. Okay, you're
non-interactive.
gonna focus
It's not
on. Yeah.
interactive, it's not consistent. Because you just try to cram every combo in there, but you have no way to protect the combos, set up the combos, find the combos, anything like that. It's really just combo pieces. Stemmerich
Stemmerich tried
built
doing
a
that?
deck
Yeah.
a lot like this, where it was literally just Jund combo, where it was every combo he could try to possibly play in Jund, and smash them together in one deck. And the thing was, sometimes he would just accidentally combo off, and it worked. But then there was other times where he was like, man, I have all these combo pieces in hand, I'm just looking for the last piece of this one and this one and this one, but he could never find it because he didn't have ways to actually search up a lot of things like that.
Recursion is good.
Not even recursion, just worldly tutor.
Wardley Tutor is good too.
Turn one Whirly Tutor.
No, that's reserved for a special spot for Dried Arbor. In our meta, by the way, guys, for everybody who does listen, if anybody does listen, maybe we're doing this just to talk to ourselves, but anyway, in our meta, if you ever want to play with us, you must kill Dried Arbor. If you see one, you must kill it. It is kill on sight.
You
No
can't
matter
just
how you
ask
do it.
the internet to play with us.
That is a lie,
that?
sir.
You never
I
want to
guess.
ask the internet to play with you. That's a
Are you
very,
sure?
very bad thing.
ASL.
Dear internet.
Dear internet,
Profit.
please do not kill Billy. We need him for
Don't.
future podcasts.
We do. Well, I mean, theoretically. I mean, there's probably enough words that I have said in my lifetime that's probably been recorded that you could just, like, use my likeness for, whatever.
Nah, we'll
Hollow
do it later.
Billy.
Hollow Billy, yes.
Sweet.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Help me, Obi-Wan Sasuke. You're my only hope.
You should wear a dress.
For you, sure.
I think Chris
have-
just went, like, from quiet and buying combos to straight creep factor.
Super creepy. Surprised they didn't ask him, what are you wearing? Because, that's normally the next line.
What are you wearing?
What are you selling?
What are you taking off?
Ew. Dude, what the hell? Come on. Why are you even talking like that?
I'll watch
We're-
from a far place.
We're on TV, dude. Come on, stop.
We're on TV? Oh, God.
Oh,
I played a
should I put
doctor
my
on
pants
TV
back on?
once.
me too. I am a doctor.
I tell girls I'm a doctor.
Of love.
I'm not a real doctor. He's a real doctor.
He will fuck you up.
If you people don't know what we're talking about, go watch Dr. Tran. It'll make your life a little bit better.
Here comes Dr. Tran.
He is starred in so many movies. I just don't know why he's just not more popular.
I know.
Oh my god.
I just watched the smoke roll up the wall.
There's so many ugly people on Facebook.
Welcome to Facebook.
How ugly are they?
So ugly. I'm not gonna name any names, but most of them are fucking ugly.
Alright, so what would be more ugly, the people of Walmart or Facebook?
I think most of the people from Walmart are on Facebook.
True. So true.
I'm gonna go look for the who's working at Walmart section of Facebook. Profit.
Loss?
Good card.
No.
Fuse card.
Confused. Yes.
Oh my god, I did just look up Walmart and it's ugly as shit. I'm closing Facebook. I'm never looking at it again.
So Walmart actually made you quit Facebook?
Oh my
Yes.
god, I closed it and I saw an Axe and Simede.
Maybe that's like the way to get people kicked off addictions. Like, oh man, I'm addicted to Facebook. Here's the Facebook page for Walmart. Oh god, no.
Why?
It's like, man,
Why did you show me this?
I can't get off the heroin. You only take heroin in Walmart. No!
Walmart doesn't support heroin.
Yes, they
Or
do.
rusty spoons.
Yeah. So.
They do. It's just
Why do people put pictures of food on Facebook?
Makes me hungry.
No, it's just stupid. Like, who's just sitting there like, yo, check out this cheese sandwich? Click.
yo, I would like a cheese sandwich.
Hold on, let me put it
You
in
don't
Oh my
take
God.
all your food before you eat it? And you actually
I got
like tag it on
Lay's
Facebook?
potato
You're like,
chips on
cheeseburger.
her. Yo, check out these Lay's potato chips, kids. Click.
That's what I'm gonna do. When I go to Vegas, every meal that I have, I'm just gonna take pictures of and then text it to you guys.
No, just take
Like,
it just to Chris.
Yeah,
It's
just
not
to
even-
Chris.
It's not even hot girls standing next to food. It's just plates of food. So it's boring.
Is there bacon
All right.
involved?
Would you be more excited if it was half eaten? Yes? No?
No. Is there a hot girl sitting next to it?
Could be.
Then yes.
Is there bacon involved?
By a hot girl.
Well, no, because then you have the whole, Burger King commercial crap, and then you have lawsuits, and everybody hates you. I can't go back to those days.
Well, that's my mama.
Thank you so much for listening. This was Underground Sea, episode number 3. This is Sowski signing off. I guess we're going to do some shout-outs now. Billy, any shout-outs?
Like I said last time, submit some decks to us so we could have the deck professor who's actually with us right now tweak them up for you and maybe make them a little bit better. And if you want to reach me at theundergroundbilly@gmail.com, or Twitter, which is at, oh boy, I don't remember my Twitter.
It's UG Podcast Billy.
There we go. That's why I can't remember it. UG Podcast Billy on Twitter, or just, yell at me in comments, YouTube channel, whatever. You'll find me around.
And in
In
case you were
person.
wondering who
In
the
person.
deck professor was, it's Boyson, because no one actually specified as of yet.
Oh, last week I did. Pretty sure I talked about that last week.
Nope.
It-
Do you know how tired you were last night? You were practically falling asleep.
Not last night, last week.
I said last week.
Oh, okay.
Are you awake now?
Yeah,
Mostly.
mostly. My arms are asleep.
Alright. Chris, shout-outs.
I'm a kitty.
And I feel a little bit more depressed now. Boyson, shout-outs.
Shoutouts. I have anti-shoutouts.
Go for it.
Anti-shoutouts to my work. I have to design a course for the next semester. They have shot down 3 courses that I've submitted already because it doesn't meet their standards. But their standards are just like elementary school level instead of college level.
No one likes
So-
standard.
No one likes standard.
Nobody likes standard.
I like standard.
Alright.
And oh wait, I do have a shout out to Domino's Personal Pan Pizzas.
Delicious.
Or those deep dish pizzas. Yeah.
Alright. Shout out to Boredom, which inspired me to make a popper cube, which hopefully will be done pretty soon. I'm literally looking through every common card ever to put this together, so it should be pretty fun. Besides that, I really got nothing.
Shout out to Camel for being our own one faithful listener. Maybe this will
Yes.
get to iTunes. Maybe it
Maybe
won't.
it
I
will.
can't guarantee
We're
it.
working
It
on
might.
it.
I think
We're
we found a
working on it.
site, so.
Camel Crush.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Dragon Shields, the bane of Stemrich's existence.
Yep. Ultra Pros are great. I've never had a problem with Ultra Pros.
Shout out to Soul Ring.
Shout out to Mana Drain.
Shout out to Shadow.
Shout out to Dry.
No.
Shout
No
out to
draw
Draw
hate.
Hate. Hey,
No.
nobody said. Do you realize Stemrich isn't here? Nobody said I like Draw Hate yet. So I'm gonna be the first one. Shout out to I like Draw Hate.
Anti-shout out to Draw Hate.
Anti-shout out to Draw Hate.
Shout out to getting 52 event tickets on Magic Online.
I thought it was 55.
55, whatever. You know me more than I know myself.
That scares me.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. It's a cat cleric.
Alright, so if you guys do want to get in contact with us, you can check us out on YouTube. It is The Underground Sea. We do have a channel, a little hard to find right now, but it is there. You can check us out on Facebook at The Underground Sea. You could follow us on Twitter at The Underground Sea.
One.
At The Underground Sea
C1.
1. You-
Or it's just Underground C1, sorry.
Yep. You can contact me directly at UGPodcastSowski, or you can email me at theundergroundsowski@gmail.com.
You
We
guys
have
need
also
easier
a
email
blogspot.
addresses.
Alrighty then.
Alright.
See you guys next week.
Peace.
Adios.
I'm out of breath.
I don't know where Chris was going with that one.
Don't die, Chris. Don't die. Breathe.
Jesus Christ. It's Pokemon to understand.
How was that inside?
Oh god.
Pokemon, gotta catch up with you and me. I know it's my destiny.
Pokemon.
Ooh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend.
That was so evil. I'm pretty sure Satan took over for that last part there.
Satan and Pokemon are linked together. They've made many dealings, and
Is that how it got so popular?
yes,
Exactly how.
that's how Charizard got expensive.
Is that why I turned into Dark Charizard?
Tell me something. Why was Charizard such a dick?
There's actually an explanation for that.
Because Ash was a terrible trainer. We all know that.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, they just made him a dick. Like, he didn't even have to talk, and he was like, Charizard, and you knew he was saying, fuck you, Ash. Well, what else? I saw a picture on Facebook the other day that was a picture of Charizard, like, hurting Ash or something, and it's like, kids nowadays will never know how much of a dick Charizard was.
True story.
That's factoid.
You cannot use your bike inside the house. Oh, where the fuck are you? So, your mom is single. Go catch all the Pokemon in the entire world, then come back.
Yes.
Right. You now have a little brother. What?
When
I still think one of my favorite Pokemon pictures on the internet is the one picture where it's like, there's a Scyther there, and it's bigger than the main character, and it's like, Scyther cannot use fly. Then you see the character like look up in the air, and it's Gary Oak like standing on like a hero, just going, woo! or the one where it's like, Squirrel, you surf, and you see it like pop in the water and it turns to Lapras, and the guy's standing there just like, what?
Stop talking about Pokemon. You're getting me all excited.
Only 90s kids will understand.
Only.
So that's